You spoke about the depth of the questions. Can you comment on the importance of these questions itself and the importance of philosophy? There are so many critics of philosophy even today. They say that philosophy is abstract, it's disconnected from reality, maybe it's not practical. Even in history, there have been so many critics of philosophy. Ludwig Wittgenstein was one. Rudolf Carnap used to say, at least a specific section of philosophy, metaphysical existence claims are meaningless. In recent times, Noam Chomsky, Daniel Dennett, they've all been vocal critics of philosophy. So if you had to write a love letter to all these critics, what would you tell them? Why are these questions important?
I would, first of all, I would tell them they're right. The questions are incredibly abstract. They have little direct practical utility. And moreover, it's very doubtful that we have the intellectual means to settle any of them.
Right.
The history of philosophy hardly, promises much in terms of being able to settle any of the main questions of philosophy. I find the questions so deeply fascinating. Maybe that's just part of how I'm wired. But I also find that the questions are so deeply connected to the practical questions that are, I don't want to say downstream from them, but connected to them. We're all concerned, for instance, with very practical questions of what we should do on a daily basis. What's the right action to do in this case? And to me, it seems like that can't be disconnected from having an underlying theory of what makes things right or wrong. And that's just the case with ethics. But likewise, with metaphysics, which is my home subject, we're all so, I think, deeply concerned about what's out there in reality and the structure of the world, and people on various religious journeys, but also in scientific journeys through physics. Many of us feel in different ways that we can come to glimpse some aspects of what reality is like. And for those of us who care about what reality is like, I don't see how we can avoid at least trying to look at the deepest questions of what it's like, even if the critics are right that we might make little headway into it. So I myself am grateful to have had the opportunity to pursue the questions. I'm happy with that, and I hope that I've had the chance to inspire some other students to be fascinated with the questions. And I think where I might disagree with the critics is that I think there is an intrinsic value to just staring at the questions with fascination and all their mysteriousness.